And we are starting with some breaking news coming in. Amid the camaraderie over loudspeaker controversy, the BJP and the MNS are now expected to come in alliance soon. Now, as per sources, both are expected to announce a pact on June 14th, and reportedly, the BJP held a meeting recently to deliberate over the prospects of this possible alliance. And now Raj Thackeray is also scheduled to meet Yogi Adityanath during his visit to Lucknow on June 6th. All of these developments come in the backdrop of Raj Thackeray praising the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath over his actions against loudspeakers in his own state of Uttar Pradesh. So it seems like the BJP is all set to embrace Raj Thackeray's MNS. Let me also now go across to Shivani, my colleague Amir and Arunil joining us live on this broadcast. Shivani, to you first. So after much speculation, it seems like the Bharatiya Janata Party is all set to embrace MNS and Raj Thackeray. We saw that camaraderie as well as praise coming in from Raj Thackeray for the UP Chief Minister. What more are you picking up?
See, as you just rightly said, that Raj Thackeray yesterday itself was, praising and appreciating Yogi Adityanath for, managing the situation of the loudspeaker controversy in Uttar Pradesh, and was saying that he will pray for the better sense to come to the Maharashtra government. But in meanwhile, as we were saying already, that on this loudspeaker controversy, particularly, in fact, the BJP was also demanding the same thing which MNS was demanding, to follow the orders of the Supreme Court. But here a crucial meeting took place in Nagpur on April 21st, in which even Maharashtra's former Chief Minister Bhagwat-Fadnavis was also joined, and then a very crucial meeting was taken place because it was a discussion all about MNS and BJP's alliance. So we can expect a BJP and MNS alliance to take place on June 14th. That too, on 5th of June, Raj Thackeray will be visiting Ayodhya temple. On 6th of June, he will be meeting Yogi Adityanath, CM of Uttar Pradesh. And after that particular time, we can understand that there is going to be an announcement, and that too we can see right before the BMC election. This entire thing is going to take place. So definitely, if MNS and BJP's alliance come together, then of course it is going to be a very big challenge for the MVA government to tackle that kind of a collaboration. Because right now also we are seeing on the 2nd of April, that was the first day when Raj Thackeray raised the topic and issue of loudspeaker and followment of the Supreme Court verdict and the order. And followed by that, it's been a month of time now where BJP is constantly attacking the MVA government.
So clearly we are expecting a possible anti-MVA alliance that we are looking forward as far as the state of Maharashtra is concerned. Let me also now go across to, in fact, Amir joining us live from Lucknow. And Amir, we have seen in the last few days or so how Raj Thackeray has come ahead and also praised Yogi Adityanath. He is also seeking renaming of Aurangabad to Sambhaji Nagar, and he has also cited how Allahabad has already been renamed to Prayagraj. He's praising Yogi Adityanath during his rally. He's expected to again praise him, and he's also been amplifying the Hindu credentials for the state. Help us understand, what are we looking at as far as this entire alliance, possible alliance, is concerned?
Well, all that praise coming in from MNS Chief Raj Thackeray clearly seemed to be a precursor to this alliance between the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena and the BJP. And this is all quite logical and falling in place, considering the kind of soured relationships that over the last several years we've seen between the BJP and the Shiv Sena, especially ever since the Shiv Sena became part of the Congress alliance in the MVA. And therefore, now perhaps the BJP, since it does not have any other alliance member there in Maharashtra, perhaps as strong and perhaps somebody who has such strong footprints and identification with the Hindutva ideology as the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, and the kind of image that MNS Chief Raj Thackeray carries. And therefore, the BJP might have well thought of aligning with the MNS for the coming elections in Maharashtra. And what better way to align MNS with themselves with, other than the MNS Chief himself coming in to the temple city of Ayodhya to visit and to perform darshan of Ram Lala at the Ram Temple, and then also meet Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath here, because Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath.
So clearly it looks like a strategy at this point to, in a way, come in alliance as far as a stand against or a replacement for the Shiv Sena is concerned. Let me also now go across to Mr. R. Rajagopalan joining us on the phone line. Mr. Rajagopalan, how do you see this entire camaraderie? First, praising of Yogi Adityanath, his visit, possible visit that is also expected soon of Raj Thackeray. This is possibly a strategy to, in a way, replace Shiv Sena for a Hindutva party or a face in Maharashtra.
Raj Thackeray's move is a very clever political move with the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party, especially Mr. Bhagwat-Fadnavis, Nitin Gadkari and Narayan Rane. These three are in touch with Mr. Raj Thackeray, Maharashtra Nirman Samiti's chairman. And moreover, I understand, I have definite information that 18 to 20 MLAs of Shiv Sena who are a hardcore Raj Thackeray fan and Bal Thackeray's disciples are disgruntled with Uddhav Thackeray. So they want to exploit that. That is why Narayan Rane has been taken into the union cabinet. So apart from that, my understanding is that before presidential election, Maharashtra government will fall. The reason being, there is an internal contradiction. Today also in sedition case, Maharashtra government has done something and Sharad Pawar is saying something. So there is a contradiction.
Absolutely.
Congress and Shiv Sena are not going together. Congress and the NCP are not going together. So therefore, there is a Aghadi is facing an internal crisis that will ensure collapse of the government by end of May. Before, my understanding is Bharatiya Janata Party and Maharashtra Nirman Seva Samiti's alliance is going to be formidable one, and they are going to set sweep in 2034 Lok Sabha.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Mr. Rajagopalan, for joining us here on this broadcast. We are also joined by our guests this afternoon. We have Niranjan Shetty, the spokesperson for the BJP, and Altaf Khan, secretary for the MNS. Niranjan Shetty, to you first. We have seen after the Shiv Sena and the BJP went their separate ways after the elections, and when that pact could not be made possible, there was a gap that was needed to be filled as far as the Hindutva ideology in the state of Maharashtra is concerned. And with the recent events and the camaraderie we have seen of Raj Thackeray praising UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and what he has done, can we expect a possible alliance in the state now?
First of all, I would like to make it clear. As far as the alliance is concerned, I am no person to inform the media. At the right time and opportunity, our honorable leader, Mr. Bhagwat-Fadnavis, will inform you. But as far as the issues are concerned, if the media is trying to join things like, stating that because of Raj Thackeray's Hindutva stand, we are going to align with him. So I want to make it categorically clear that first of all, such kind of alliance is not decided on the basis of whether one person is on the basis of with us on the Hindutva basis or not. Apart from that, as Mr. Rajagopalan ji mentioned, I know him, he's a veteran journalist. I happened to meet him during the 1995, convention in Ajeli, where it happened at Mahalakshmi. So I know what his contemplation about being our coming into alliance thereafter. I think BJP is very much confident and independent. We can go and fight the election single-handedly. So at this juncture, we do not, there is no scope of any kind of alliance with any.
But Altaf Khan, if you could also come in here, we have seen how Raj Thackeray has in a way shared some kind of popularity. If we talk about the state of Maharashtra, he was also once upon a time looked at as the prodigy as well as an inheritance for Bal Thackeray as well. So can we expect that to be replicated now that he has made his stance clear, his Hindutva stance clear, and possibly an alliance with the BJP is the next step?
As far as Raj Thackeray Sahab is concerned, his popularity and his charisma in Maharashtra is not hidden. Everybody knows about his popularity. As you can see, when he takes Sabha, there is lakhs and lakhs of people who want to see him, meet him, and hear him. But as far as this alliance that you're talking about, all these decisions are taken by our party president, Raj Thackeray. So at this stage, there is no such talk, and I have not seen any such statement from where from our party or from BJP. So I don't think at this stage there is anything happening. And as far as our party work is concerned, Raj Thackeray always whenever he takes any stand, there is always all across the media, all across the nation, there is talks about it. And definitely what Bala Saheb Thackeray has preached, we can see in practical terms and on the ground. Only Maharashtra Nirman Sena and Raj Saheb Thackeray is doing about it. And there are a lot of people in Shiv Sena or any other party. They are very they like Raj Saheb Thackeray, and
Right.
you've seen time and again people coming and meeting him. And as far as the leaders, you mentioned meeting Raj Saheb Thackeray. There are a lot of leaders across political spectrum. They keep and they come and they keep meeting Raj Saheb Thackeray. So I don't think at this stage there is anything happening as of alliance is concerned. We'll keep doing our work. We don't know what happens in future.
We'll certainly wait and see what happens as far as the alliance is concerned. Going back to Niranjan Shetty. Niranjan, if we specifically talk about Raj Thakray's stance, we saw how he has openly spoken about his displeasure towards loudspeakers. He has already given a deadline of May 3rd. Then he spoke about and praising about Yogi Adityanath. He's also slated to visit Ayodhya in June. He is also likely to meet Yogi Adityanath in June again. So clearly, and in his upcoming rally, we once again might expect that he will once again praise the work that is being done by him. So all that cannot be a coincidence. There might be possibly something brewing there.
Yeah, I think, first of all, I need to thank Mr. Raj Thackeray through your channel if he is appreciating the good works done by the BJP. But I would also like to make my stand clear. It is not for the appreciation of any particular individual that the Yogi government is doing work. It is our part of the ideology that we have been taking this responsibility and shouldering this responsibility and carrying ahead. And time again, it is our ideology that matters to us. So irrespective of whether removing of the 370 in Kashmir or whether the issue related to equality to all and justice to all and appeasement to none, that is our core ideological opinion. So I think whatever comes in the way, we have been doing that. And if somebody is appreciating for it, we are thankful.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Niranjan Shetty and Altaf Khan, for joining us here on this broadcast. We'll wait and see when that really happens, and we'll keep a close watch on that as well.